To the Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. They started on the ground with Eckler, trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the 50, here's Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. It's Eckler again. He will push his way down to about the 14. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 33.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They snap it to Herbert. And he'll be out of bounds. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble. But all is well. First down.
I think he had eyes on that run the whole time. Good anticipation because it seemed to me he waited for the coverage to get drawn away and then had the easy scamper out of it.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Dalton. There's Chris Olave. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a gain of a yard. And the Saints 1st down. 1st and 10. Dalton, 1st and 10. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, tell all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Herbert now. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Herbert scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
14, Saints nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he returns this to the 22.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Dalton.
It's second and inches at the 47-yard line.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. Throwing, Dalton. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
The final act of the first half, Dalton. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And a short kick taken at about the 16 and beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. To throw here, Dalton. Locates Kamara on the out route. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chargers' 43-yard line.
They run it again with Kamara. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Fourth down, Dalton wants to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson, 26 yards. And the Saints are back within a score.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14 to 10.
Next to score, Chargers 14, Saints 10. Will Lutz to kick off 41.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Herbert off of play action. Out to his left. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert forced out to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers will add to their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Chargers 21, Saints 10.
And up 2 scores late. No clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. The 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
1st and 10 for Dalton. And this one complete to Smith. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chargers' 19-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And Dalton to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert dancing to his left. Herbert has it knocked free. And this one will kick out of bounds, so they'll hold on to it inside the 10-yard line. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, You can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Eckler going to get it again on second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On third down, here's Eckler. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. And they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Saints will have the football back. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Dalton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Big fourth down here. It's Dalton. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. It doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right down the middle. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away from the 6. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. Couldn't settle a winner, and now the Chargers going to get the first opportunity here in OT as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A touchdown run there of 42 yards. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy, but the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, David.
I kind of figured that was coming.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offense...
Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.